We are Dimwitts. Dum 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 dum. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dimwits. I'm your Dimwit Master, Kenny, and I'm joined by my good friend.
Hey guys, doing this a little out of order this week. I am Ian. I play Gerhard von Krieg. We are joined with...
Hey guys, I'm Taylor, and I play Bellatrix de la Cruz, and I apologize if you hear a little child. My daughter has joined us for the night. And joining me is...
Hey everyone, I'm Mike. I play Tosh the Druid, and the big guy to my right is...
Hey everyone, I am Tony, the guy who pushes all the buttons, who I hope I'm actually coming through the mic all of a sudden. Yes, okay, yes, the guy who pushes all the buttons. And I play Shamgar, the drunken monk. And you know what, as far as the chitter chat in the background there, why don't we just say that your squirrel decided to learn how to talk?
Your squirrel?
Okay, so my squirrel's outside my head. Leave me alone. It kept running away.
Your squirrel? No, your character had a pet. I'm not talking about the baby yogurt.
Technically, it's a mouse.
Is it a mouse?
It's a mouse.
Oh. Some sort of furry rodent.
Yes.
Yes.
Quite indubitably. Alright, so last time we were playing Dungeons and Dimwits here in the good old region of Saltmarsh.
Gosh,
We
dang it.
just got done looting, not necessarily looting, but we got a lot of really good gear with the Mariners Guild, or the Mariners Guild. Yes?
I was getting his attention, sorry. No, yours.
I see. So we got a lot of really, really good items along the way, and we accepted a mission to go ahead and clear out the Isle of the Abbey on behalf of the Mariners Guild. After we got done talking with the guild master, young Tabith, right? Shaw.
Oh yes, she will be mine.
That was new girlfriend.
So, also, just because I want to embarrass them and put them on the spot, congratulations, Ian.
Oh, thank you.
You got... Well, I mean,
You
what
want
did
to tell
happen?
everyone?
Yeah, I got engaged like a week ago, so...
Oh,
Congratulations!
congratulations.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Could have
That's
said
why I was
something.
gone last
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yarr. Our boy.
That's why
Took
I
an
was
arrow
like,
to
no,
the
it's a
knee.
good reason why he's not here. It's a good reason.
That's a very valid reason why you weren't here.
Yeah, had to go do a thing.
Had to go do a thing.
You had to go do a thing. You had to go ask some questions.
All right. Well, the next time we do
I mean,
an OTR, we'd love
one
to
question, really. It was
hear
pretty
more
much
about
just
it.
one.
All right. So, we ready
Yes,
to get
yes,
into
yes.
this? Oh, turn this back on.
So we're gonna kick us off with we're at the Mariners Guild Hall, talking with the young guild master Tabith.
Guild.
Wow.
What do, friends?
She was going to give us information. There was someone else that she wanted us to talk to.
Yes, Major Ursa.
Yes.
He's out there on an island not too far away from the Abbey. In terms of boating distance, we're looking at, I believe it was... You guys needed to go out to his island first to get information from him. He's roughly 4 hours journey out at sea, and then another 2 to the Isle of the Abbey.
Oh, so it's not very far away at all.
No, not too terribly far away, but it is a good island strategically for the defense of the salt marsh. So,
Out of character, I spent the last 3 hours playing Battlefield 1 War Stories, so I am absolutely jacked for a beach invasion.
oh wow, what a coinkydink! Ha ha ha!
Like the Australian one in Gallipoli especially, I am just jazzing for it.
Okay. Well, as I recall, we were already told that the island is packed full of undead, so I'm pretty sure you're going to get your wish.
There you go. So, when you meet Major Ursa, he's a gruff old fella, and he's been out there for quite some time. I don't even know if he's seen another person outside of perhaps the ink on paper from people that have talked to him. But he's stern, stoic. I trust him with my life. He will make sure that you have the information necessary to at least get to the island. From there, I'm not entirely sure what he knows. But he is our point man for invading the Isle of the Abbey.
Okay.
And, of course, gives you guys coordinates on whatever maps you can provide for where to find him on his island.
And as I recall, we were getting 10 good sailors to help us, plus
Yes.
the provisions for the ship.
Yes, you guys got 10 men free of charge, along with provisions necessary to accommodate you for this mission. And then just to go over a couple of the things, not a couple of things, you guys got 9 scrolls of Greater Restoration. I believe Gearhart got that. 4 scrolls of haste as well. Someone got a cloak of invisibility. I think that was Taylor.
No,
No, that you, was that you?
that was in fact me.
Did you also get the cube of force?
I
think
in
that was-
fact did.
Okay. And then 1 Darren's instant fortress. I believe
got
that was
that.
Tosh. 2 rings of spell storing. 1 crystal ball of true seeing. 1 ring of protection. 1 boots of striding and springing. And 1 ring of spell turning. And then some nerd named Blackgrin has his kids' names under that.
I also got a staff of thunder and lightning.
Oh, I see.
Well, unless there's anything else this young lady needs to give us with regard to information.
Nope, that's it. That's all she's got for you.
How much? So I know we used favors to buy
Mhm.
a lot of these things. How much would just another scroll of Greater Restoration cost without favors, like with just money?
You want to buy a scroll of, what was that again?
Single. I'd like to buy 1 more scroll of Greater Restoration and 1 more scroll of haste. How much would that cost?
It'll probably be 50 gold pieces for the scroll of greater restoration, and then you're looking at 100 gold pieces for haste.
Funny thing is, I can actually afford it, but I think
Oh, Ian,
Okay.
I don't think your mic is on.
it is.
Now it is.
Ian's here, guys.
No, it was on earlier. I turned it off to cough, and I forgot to turn it back on. Because I didn't want to be hacking in
is
our
your mic on?
viewer's ear.
Because now I'm worried.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry, like I said,
Hold
turned
on.
it off to cough.
At your homeboy. Let's go back to this. Tony, if you wouldn't mind holding the audience on that page.
Hold on. Yeah.
Got it?
On this page?
Yeah, hold them on that one. So that's all they see.
I can't do that on this one. If you're moving everything around on here, then it's okay. I put up a title page.
Oh,
I have,
okay. You can't do that anymore?
I would have to have this separate in
Huh.
order to make it that way.
It's time for you to get
All right.
your readings super powered. So stop straining your eyes.
So they're not going to see what I'm doing anymore?
No, I do have it hidden from the audience. I
Cool.
have a thing, a title page. Oh, I just realized that this is playing through, and the audience is listening to an advertisement on my other thing. This is what they see.
Cool.
What is it?
Cool.
You want to see? This is,
I see. I would like you to see.
oh, yes.
Okay, that's fine. Just give me a second. You getting up or taking off your jacket?
Take it off my jacket.
I thought where we were standing up that you were gonna go. You don't have a switch. You're wearing a shirt. You're not taking off a shirt.
That's not what I wanted to do, but that's the best we got going on right now. Alrighty. Cool beans. So, Merry Band of Adventurers, are we going to load up on one ship, head out, or is there anything else we'd like to do in Ye Rugged Fishing Village of Saltmarsh?
Have our new sails been readied yet?
Yes.
Then we will collect our new sails and have the crewmen put them on for us.
Alright. Are you still operating with the guys that you had from Ingo the Drover?
No,
Alright, you
just the mariners.
disperse them? Alright. So, the mariners tactfully put up all of the canvases being used for your sails, and they do giggle and chuckle at the fact that there's just B, B, B. All in big, bold red lettering. Hey, what does the BBB stand for?
It is a sponsorship from a friend of ours. His shop is Bloodbath and Beyond. So
Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's funny.
Out of
Yeah.
character.
he is a.
Told you guys it happened. You're like, you did what? And now we're proudly selling them.
Well
What?
then.
I meant our silk
Oh,
but that we bought, but I'll let it go.
let me help you.
The silk sails?
Yeah.
Can't they be both?
It's got a sheep on it.
Yes, it's got a sheep on it.
I want to finish.
Hold
Just-
on.
Just overlap
Wait,
sponsor
please.
sails on top of the silk sails.
I don't.
No, because
a
I need to
sticker,
suck it
like
down or you're gonna
NASCAR.
make a mess because you'll squeeze
Dude,
it.
pretty heavy.
What is NASCAR?
And then have
There you go.
them help us load up the cannons and powder and stuff shot
Alright.
that we got.
I want my star.
What is NASCAR?
I don't think we have any sauce this time, baby.
Let me ask you this. What is Krieger juice?
No, but,
Because that's amazing.
oh, I'm sorry.
It
There
is
you go.
Jäger, but very, very potent.
Doesn't Jaeger mean hunter in your
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Your
Once you're done
speak.
eating, yes.
How do you know?
I want to see it.
So, we're going to this
That's
thing,
an
right?
ugly looking
So,
dog.
going to this thing.
Of course you would love something creepy.
Turns out,
You wouldn't be mine if you didn't.
Geralt talks in his sleep.
Almost as much as Shamgar.
Alright, you guys are going to load up on the ship then? You're going to head on out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Aye.
Cool beans. Alright, you guys start heading out of Mutiny Bay here. Haha. Right here on the screen. Heading down towards the south and the east. The south and the east. For roughly about a 4 hours journey. And
Yes, the box is full of garbage. Now eat your dinner.
let's take Taylor.
Huh?
Taylor,
See?
I'm gonna have you roll.
Oh. What am I rolling?
Yes, just roll a d20.
Hey, Mommy. You have this. You have this, Mommy.
19.
19.
You have this.
Thanks.
Oh boy.
Oh no, I don't like the sound of that.
Are we walking right now?
No.
No,
We're on the ship.
we're on the ship.
We're sailing.
I found another one. Oh my goodness. I may survive the week. Look at that. It's like almost full. I didn't realize it was in my chair.
What am I doing? Salted beans.
Yes, I did. Now eat your dinner.
Are there my apples?
Yes, those are apples.
Got beans on it.
Does Arclight say anything?
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to get the name of the ship.
It's got beans on it.
So,
Yes.
a little bit off to the side of you guys as you're
I
just
don't want one, but thank you.
leaving eyesight of the shore. Arclight is telling you, hey, there's something green, possibly vegetation, coming from the side of us. our port. Maybe it's an island. I'm not too sure. I have to get closer.
Is it moving or stationary?
It appears to be moving, actually, so maybe not an island. But it's green and it looks like trees.
Convey this to everyone.
Alrighty.
Green and tree.
Gonna pull out a telescope and scope in on it. What am I seeing?
Alright, you are looking at a galleon, and it is dominated by one massive tree and a grove of smaller trees.
Mommy, what's Goofy?
I relay this to the crew. It looks like a ship that is made of trees.
All right. Gerhardt's been drinking his own Krieger juice.
9.
He's been drinking that lobster wine. Sorry, it was like the perfect time to say it.
Have I ever heard of the living ship?
No, this is, so far as you can tell, this is an anomaly. No, not really ever heard of off of the coast here. Especially one made of trees.
Do they appear hostile, or are they just kind of sailing along?
They seem to be aimed at you guys.
Pull up the telescope again. Do I see any movement, any figures?
Yes, you do, actually. You see two massive tree ants walking to and fro across the deck.
Tree ants.
Hey, dude.
Okay.
Do you, have a good relationship with ants?
Thus far.
Well, we might want to try your diplomacy, because, the tree boat is piloted by ants.
How far away are they?
Ants?
Let's say about half a mile.
Okay. I'm going to ritual cast Speak with Plants.
Say that again. Speak with what?
Plants.
Speak with plants. Okay.
I don't
Take
know
10
why-
minutes. Ritual cast. Speak with plants. What do you want to do?
Now that we're closer, yell over to them in Intish. How are you?
So you're gonna get close enough to be able to yell at them?
Yeah.
Okay. The ants are startled because you're talking to them in Intish. They're looking at each other. They're not entirely sure what to do at this point.
Do you need help?
And they kind of like turn their backs towards you, and they appear to be talking to somebody within the grove. They get done and they look at each other and they look back at you and do you know of any temples of Proken?
Yes.
Point us in that direction.
Give him exacting details where to go. Do you need help?
We lost our grove, and we need to find a temple of Proken.
Yeah, just 3-ish hours northwest.
A dryad comes up from the grove
Oh,
to
hello.
the side railing of the ship. My name is Philios. And yes, it isn't true that our grove was taken from us by forces that we could not possibly measure against. And we seek shelter at a temple of Proken. Hopefully that whatever it is that is chasing us will submit to his power.
There's also a grove to Obed High, inland, not far from the Temple of Proken.
Oh, well, I'll have to see if our mistress wants to go visit there. The treants are looking at each other and they're looking at you guys.
I give her the name of the priest I know at the temple,
Okay.
And the druid at Obed High.
Thank you very much. You guys are strangely helpful. It is not normal to come across good-mannered and helpful folk on the seas these days.
Well, we've been trying to change that hereabouts.
We appreciate you. Take care.
Farewell.
And the ship starts maneuvering kind of in a lazy curve off in the direction that you gave them. That was the Salted Glade.
That was surreal.
The Salted Glade.
The Salted Glade.
I can't believe I was sober for that.
Neither can I.
What you do notice, though, as you guys got much closer, at least within shouting range, is that there were, like, boulders stacked up on that ship. On the edges of it. Like, just big enough to fit within the hands of the Treants.
Yeah, that's a heavy catapult I don't want to deal with.
Alrighty, we're going to continue our journey after that.
Yes.
Nice little encounter.
Bizarre, but okay.
What ship are we on again? It's the
The Ghost.
The
The
Sea
what?
Ghost.
the Sea Ghost.
I thought we were on the other one, the newer one. The Winter's Maiden.
I didn't want to have to switch everything over, and
Oh.
they're about the same size.
The Winter Soul.
Winter's Soul. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Alrighty, we're continuing on. You guys, a couple more hours, come across a small little island. It appears to be mostly tropical.
Oh.
It's got vegetation that is not normal for the region. Very small. You can kind of see the other side of it even from your approach. And there appears to be what looks like a stone fortress on it. It's got a flag. It's waving a flag that it says Mariners on it because it's their favorite baseball team. And you can see that there is one large dock that jettisons out from the island. And the dock, surprisingly, is longer than the island itself.
So we can safely dock the ship. We don't have to take a rowboat in.
No, you don't have to.
Then we do.
Alrighty. You guys make it onto the dock. You notice that the dock is not actually stunted into the ground. It's actually a surf dock, so it rises and falls with the surf.
A pontoon dock. Yeah. Cool.
You guys gonna walk into the island?
Yep.
Alrighty. At the end of the dock, seeing you guys coming, is a gentleman. Where did I put you? This guy.
Not what I was expecting, but okay.
And as you guys get closer, he's standing pretty still. He's eyeing you guys, looking back and forth.
Tabbath sent us.
And he bows his head and kind of shakes his head a little bit and looking back from each of you. And it looks like he's got a conversation going in his mind, but his lips aren't moving.
Approach. Well met.
Do you have someone in your head too?
Apologies, I don't talk much. So used to just thinking about it.
That's the vow of silence, isn't it? Gets me every time.
No, it's just rare company.
It was good to make your acquaintance, Major Ursa.
Yes. Did Tabith say anything else about me?
Only that you would have the information we needed to hopefully make our approach
Oh,
to the Abyss Island successful and warn us of any dangers.
yes.
So Gerhardt's standing kind of behind everyone, kind of in the back. He's gonna shimmy out the rod of alertness, and he's gonna cast Detect Good and Evil.
All right. I'm really far away from where he is in the book. Hold on.
Sorry.
You are made of good. Okay. Yeah. All good. Except for that guy. No, I'm kidding. All right, he motions you guys to follow him into the stone fortress. The stone fortress, although it looks massive on the outside, is actually pretty small on the inside. The walls are very thick. It takes up a lot of the volume of the inside. Kind of like older day houses where they're like really big on the outside, but like very few rooms on the inside.
But they can withstand a Category 5 tornado.
Something like that. They got really thick windows at the bottom, but very thin at the top. He brings you into what looks like a situation room. It's got a table in the middle, kind of like what we're sitting at. And he's got maps everywhere. He's got different notes scratched in different places. And he's got one appears to be a light cantrip floating above the table. And there are no windows leading into this room. He points down at the maps, and again he begins to make his little motions.
Out loud, sir.
Oh, my apologies again. Whew. So, the Isle of the Abbey is an island much larger than this one, and it's why we want to possess it, because it allows us to resupply and hold resources out at sea should we need to logistically maintain a longer skirmish with the Sea Princes beyond the shores of Mutiny Bay. But there's a sect or some sort of group of clerics that are holding out on the Isle of the Abbey. And we have not been able to push past their army of undead. But in our favor, there was the pirates themselves desperately sought after this island too. And at a great cost to themselves, were able to push through all the undead at their shores. And from what we understand, they were able to raid and pillage the abbey and light it asunder. We don't know if any of the clerics survived, but what few of the pirates that survived, we were able to rout and or sink their ships. So we don't know what to expect once you make it there, other than the fact that it is littered with undead everywhere. You shouldn't be accosted by any pirates. And again, I can't say I know if every cleric is dead or has retreated off the island. The only way you're going to be able to make landfall is at the southern tip of the island at the Skull Dunes. It is a wasteland of sand and skeletons. It is the only way you'll be able to get a ship to landfall anywhere near the island. There are jagged shoals everywhere else, and a 45-foot cliff just past those jagged shoals. Everywhere else but the southern tip where the Skull Dunes are. So I wouldn't suggest you going anywhere else on the island except for the southern tip to make landfall. Unless you've got something else that you can do to get yourself from your ships to the island, I strongly suggest making landfall from the southern tip. The abbey is somewhere in the middle. The island itself is not covered in heavy vegetation. There's a few shrubs and gnarled trees, but aside from that, it's very mountainous and hilly. We're looking at about 10-mile long island and 3 miles wide. Aside from the sandy dunes to the southern tip, it is mostly grasslands and mountains. Do you have any questions for me thus far?
No.
The Abbey, what is it designed like? Is it designed more open, or is it designed more like a fortress, like this?
Well, it was more like your common building, a place of worship for the clerics there. But it can't say that it's really standing too much these days, as it was lit on fire by the pirates. So whatever you do find there, it's either perhaps a cellar or maybe, if not that.
Any other structures of notes besides the abbey?
No, just the abbey. What the clerics were doing there, other than whatever it is that they worshipped, I'm afraid that necromancy was involved. So, as I've already stated, there is plenty of undead littered throughout the entire island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any sub-levels or basements?
I can't say I would know. It would be conjecture at this point. I don't know what the interior of the island really even looks like. None of our people from the Mariners Guild have even made it past the Skull Dunes. The reason we know that the Abbey was lit on fire is because we were able to watch it from a distance after we had routed the pirates who had sacked the inside of the island.
Are there any other threats on the island of which you are aware besides the skeletons and clerics? And other undead?
There is there are from what I've been able to scout out, 3 manticores that lair in a nearby coast swoop on the side of the island.
Is that you? How far away from the sandy beach?
I can't say I know how far inland their nest is, but they're usually active during the daytime. They'll swoop in and grab whatever prey they can find moving about the island and take it back to wherever it is that they nest at. So be careful about the 3 manticore. I don't know if the manticore are a part of whatever the Abbey had going on, or if they're just made nests there to pick up after all the dead bodies that were left behind by the pirates and the pirates themselves. Aside from that, I can't expect there to be much trouble outside of the undead and any unknown clerics that may have survived the massacre. But I can't go too far into detail on that, as it's really an unknown.
Tabeth said that they were clerics of Merkel.
Well, I speculate this is so. From what we were able to get from the routed ships from the pirates, they seem to be wearing garbs of Merkel. But aside from what loot we were able to scavenge from the pirate ships, I haven't personally seen a cleric of Merkel.
Anyone else have any questions for this gentleman?
9.
Are they immune to punching?
Are they who? The clerics?
All of them.
I
No, the one
can't
you're
say
sitting
that I
on is
would
hurt.
say no.
Yes.
That's all I need to know.
Well, I have a question for you. And he leans in real close to you guys on the table.
Yes, I know a guy who sells lobster wine.
Did Tabitha say anything about me?
That you were a good man? That you had been here by yourself for some time? And you would not be used to company?
Oh, well, maybe one of these days she'll come and visit me. And he kind of twists
Out
his
of character.
mustache.
He's very well groomed for somebody not expecting visitors ever.
Gerhardt gently puts a hand on his shoulder.
Yes.
I wouldn't expect that to come out.
Look at this.
But I've made everything so tidy for her to be here.
The Fräulein
It's a
is
D20.
I like 20.
interested in
Please
other
don't drop it.
parties.
Okay. I put it right there.
Oh,
You don't need her.
Shut up,
anyways.
Kameraden! There are many fish in the ocean.
Yes.
You're a man of adventure.
I'm not hurt
Absolutely.
You will find yours.
anymore.
Alright.
Stop the
yes,
hurt
there's
her head.
plenty to go around.
Please be so better.
We have a warlock you could try.
Please.
She also talks to herself.
Yeah, it would be match made in heaven.
I kind of think you have a lot in common, really.
Oh.
Yeah. We will go back to the ship. You stay here and talk with him for a bit.
Madam, what did you say your name was?
My name is Bellatrix. Hold on, let me make sure my thing's on. Okay, my name is Bellatrix. Alright, so why do I have an accent?
Why? Yeah, I was gonna say, where'd that accent
Why?
come
Why? My name is Bellatrix.
from? Look at her,
Shalom.
Shalom! Shalom!
She is interested, and she's never spoken like that before.
Shut up, Shamgar.
I am Major Ursa of the Mariners. It's pleasant to meet you. And he
It's nice to meet you as well.
grabs your hand, bows to it.
She has a thing for men in uniform.
Oh, I do keep a rather spiffy appearance for such an occasion.
Her safe word is harder.
If you have
Oh,
a
dear.
if you have a knack for blacksmithing,
Blacksmithing?
yes, 100%.
Oh my god!
Can't say I
Knock it off!
meddle in such material shaping.
Metal, I get it.
Ah! Mein Freund, you look like you need a drink.
To somewhat throw this for a curveball, like he looks dapper and well groomed, not wearing any shoes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He is not wearing any shoes.
Shoes kind of suck sometimes.
Not that the monk is one to judge, but why are you wearing shoes?
What's the point?
I need to keep my shoes nice and sand rough, of course, gets everywhere.
Whatever you say, Anakin.
That's a very reasonable answer. He's not sick. He just.
Unfortunately,
Having
I
issues.
can't join you men as you go to the aisle, and I understand
sorry.
that perhaps Tabith has already explained to you that we haven't had anybody return, contrary to
Okay.
the information I've provided. So although I can't say that you're going to be
You want back in
wrought
your
with an intelligent enemy, the manticores and the horde of the undead
That one.
chair? Okay,
should
hold
present
on.
a daunting foe.
Just wait a second.
If you do find something else different or contrary, or in addition to the information I provided for you, I would love to hear more about it and your return, even if you return before the success of your mission. And I pray you do succeed. This isle would mean a lot to the guild, to the people of Saltmarsh.
Herr Major, we do not fail.
Well, that's good to hear at least. If you guys would like to stay longer on the island, I can't provide you much space, but you can stay here for the night, and you can return as often as you like during your missions.
Yeah, but
Hint,
someone would like to
hint.
return.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
So let's say you left at about 7 in the morning. It took you 4 hours just to get to his island, and I'll include that the salted glade as part of that 4 hours. So you're at about 11 o'clock.
And
Right.
how long will it take us to get to the other island?
2 more hours. Even if it's something that you just want to like
Let's
go
get
there.
going so we can scout it from the ship in the daylight.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, back on the ship.
Alrighty. We're gonna go. I don't know if I just have. I just have 2 pictures of him up. Do I have a generic picture of just islands? Or let's just go ship. Alright, we're on the sea. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot going on with that ship. Here we go. Do not look to it for accuracy. The seas are relatively calm, all right? We're not dealing with tumultuous winds and whitecaps.
Okay. Make for Isle of the Abbey.
Cool
Yes.
beans. All right, I need yet another person to roll a d20. Who wants to volunteer?
I got it.
All right.
Go.
4.
All right, he said something first.
15.
4 is what I heard first. I'm going to go with that.
All right.
Let's go with... Alrighty. I gotta look that up.
And as always, Arclight will let me know if he sees anything.
Alright, no problem. And we're looking at not a bunch of priests.
That guy was really nice. I like that guy. What was his name again?
Major Ursa.
Major Ursa. Yes, the bear.
Well, someone named after a bear. He did not very much remind me of one.
All right, you guys.
Right. He was kind of like a Pooh Bear.
You feel something knock against the
Kinda
bow of your
fancy.
ship.
Go up and look down.
What was that?
There's. You can't really see past the waves, but there is a large object. It seems to be moving around beneath the waves. There's another knock.
All right. I'm going to dive over the side.
Sploosh. All right. You go down into the water. You are met by a plesiosaurus.
Oh, it's a Loch Ness monster.
Drew it overboard.
It seems to be very curious about the hull of the ship, and it's bumping it with its back. Boom. Okay.
Innate speak with animals.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Please don't hurt our ship.
what is this? It's
It carries things like me across the water.
oh. Can I eat it?
No, it's made of wood.
Oh. Can I eat you?
No, I am poison to you.
Oh. Do you have food?
Yes, I will go up and get you some.
Oh. Excellent. It surfaces, its long neck winding up. Not quite high enough to get over the side of your ship, but leading up to your...
Okay.
Gerhard, upon seeing this, freaked out. Ah! She serpent! She serpent!
Call. Hey, no. Hey, throw me a rope. He's with us. He's just hungry.
Yeah, it is a sea serpent. It exists to eat and kill.
Anytime you want to grab the rope,
Grab the
big
rope,
guy.
climb up.
Alrighty.
Go over to one of the barrels of salted fish that we have.
What are you doing? You do not feed strays. This is not even feeding a raccoon.
I mean, if that's the case and we're not feeding
You
strays,
see
why do
this,
we
right?
feed you?
Hungry.
You're a
You wanna-
stray.
Make friends with
You're
it?
a stray?
Pot calling kettle black.
I mean, not exactly wrong. He did just kind of show up out of nowhere. Also, if we feed it, it won't be hungry.
And then it could be useful, kind of like you are.
We have enough food on board for months. We're 6 hours away from salt marsh.
Ah, Madame Stephenson. Gerhard kind of walks away, kind of shivering and kind of hunched over himself.
Do you throw some fish at it?
Yeah.
Alright, it catches it in its mouth and seems to be pretty excited.
What is its name?
Thank
Because
you.
you're the only one that can talk to it. Did we ask it that question?
Do you have a name?
Bow.
Tosh.
Did you say bow?
Bow.
Bow.
Love it.
Understand, we don't know
Spelled
what it's saying.
A-U. That's how it's spelled. B-E-A-U.
Thank you. And it begins to slowly like.
Hey.
D-
If you
Oh,
follow
periscope.
us and protect our boat, and I knock on the wood, this thing will keep feeding you.
Oh, yes.
You'll never go hungry again.
I can do this.
I haven't asked this question, but has Baby Yogurt said anything?
Not
This entire
for
time.
quite some time, no.
Okay.
Do you
Good
want to
job.
ask her something?
No, I just wondered if
Okay.
she made any comments
We
lately.
are all such inferior life forms to her.
What is wrong with you people?
This is. Alrighty, you guys continue on. Your 2 hours total after that encounter is pretty much unaccosted by any other strange or inconvenient events. You guys do make it to the island, and just as described to you, I couldn't find a picture that accurately describes this to you, so we're just going to do this one in the theater of the mind. These are 45 foot from the ocean level, 45-foot granite cliffs, and they are surrounded by rocky shoal surfs, except for the far end of the south tip, which seems to be covered in rolling dunes. Like I said, it's about 10 miles long, 3 miles wide.
What angle of the island are we approaching from?
You guys are approaching from, it would be, if you were to look at things from a cardinal direction, starting like north, south, east, and west, you'd be approaching from the west side. And the southern tip is, you're actually kind of approaching from the northwest. So if we were to like think of it as like an oval, you're approaching from the northwest, and the southern tip would be down
So we
here.
have to
farthest
sail
from you.
around to
Yeah,
find
you have to sail around it to get to the southern tip.
Do we see anything as we're sailing around that side of
very
the
pretty,
island?
baby.
Not a whole lot inland because the cliffside is so
Here.
high up.
No, not right now. Here,
But you
I got an
do
idea. Hold on.
come firsthand experience with just how treacherous that
Hold on.
rocky shoal outcropping is from the 45-foot high
Sit.
granite
Don't
cliff sides.
get up. Just sit. I will do
Arclight
something.
is talking to you though, saying there's a manicore in there, deep inland. I can see it. It doesn't seem to see me yet.
Don't
No,
let it
leave
see
it on.
you.
All right, it like flies in the opposite direction.
And then fly low below the cliff
It
line.
drops down.
Yes, I know it's yours, Paisley.
Actually, just go ahead and land on one of the masts.
All right, it lands.
Do you want a movie or not? Then put your headset on.
Alrighty.
Throw up some fish.
Yes, you're gonna watch something online.
We have our own veritable petting zoo.
Okay, hold on. I gotta put my
Yeah,
internet
something to
on.
protect us from the air, and now something to protect us from the water.
All right.
Gerhard kind of looks over the edge and just sees like the shadow of Bo and just kind of shivers and kind of.
Getting real close.
I told him we are poisonous meat to it.
We'll make him sick.
All right, you guys round to the bottom horn of the island.
That's true.
You see the skull dunes before you. Do you want to anchor out at sea? Run your ship ashore? What do you want to do?
How close can we get safely to turn a midship facing the south shore and drop anchor?
And then what, to row in or walk in? I'm not familiar with what you mean by turn midship in. Like, are you just saying broadside it?
Yes, broadside the beach and,
Okay.
and drop anchor. How close can we get safely to do that?
Let's say,
That way we
Let's go with
both can
100
use it,
meters.
okay, so mommy can have her
300,
stuff and you
okay.
can watch a movie. Deal?
Okay.
That's actually
That work?
reasonable.
Yeah, sure. And do we see anything, any movement, any of these skeletons, any undead?
No.
I got my spyglass out for
We're looking at
magnification.
1 p.m. The sun is still high in the sky. The dunes, although the wind seems to be brushing over it, scattering a couple grains here and there, there's no movement, and you don't see even trails or signs of life anywhere through the dunes.
So it's been long enough that the pirates that came here, all of their footprints and everything that happened with them has been covered up.
It seems to be covered up, washed over. You do not see anything from there.
Whipping
Nope.
out the rod of TSA to hit it with detect all of the magic, good and evil, poisons, disease.
On your ship?
Well, like as we're getting closer to shore, as we're rowing in, rods out, and I'm.
All right, so you guys got in a dinghy and are coming to shore?
Are we?
I am. I don't know about you guys. Gerhard is.
Seems reasonable.
Okay.
Alrighty. Bellatrix, you want to go ashore with them? Would you like to go
Yes.
ashore? All right. What do you want to do with your mariners?
Ask them politely to please guard the ship in our absence.
Alrighty. They're standing by. Ready to do whatever it takes to keep this ship afloat.
If I shoot up a red
on, I'm
light
working
into the
on it.
sky, I want you to light up the beach with cannon fire.
Very well.
Thank you.
Can we use that thing? And they point to the Gatlin turret.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I was going to say
If we are in a bad enough situation where that is necessary, destroy everything.
We'll make sure not to hit you as best we can.
Thank you.
Alrighty. You guys lower down to the dinghy, take off towards the shore. Doesn't take too much time. You guys make landfall right there at the beach. So,
Rod TSA up. What am
Rod of TSA.
What am I seeing?
There is so much evil. Like, in all directions inland.
There's if I'm kidding.
There is an incredible amount of evil.
This is a cursed place.
Alright.
You're telling me I don't see a bar in
There we go.
3, 4,
In that
5,
sight at
6,
all.
7,
If it's an abbey,
10,
maybe
11,
they
12.
have wine.
12. 12.
Shamgar's ears
10,
perked.
115.
Gerhardt, while he has
It's
the
the
rod up,
animated wolf ears on Shamgar's head.
without even looking at Gerhardt, takes the skin, hands it back to Shamgar.
So this dune, from what you guys could roughly calculate, this is going to be very accurate actually, is about 1,800 feet till it stops from where you are to the other side of the dunes.
Okay.
We're going to play a little game now.
Oh no.
Oh,
Never a
my
good idea.
God.
What? It doesn't get any bigger with that, baby. Hold on.
So this is
I don't think I can.
going to
That's
be
as big as it gets, honey.
blocked off into
That's as
different
big as
squares
it can get, 'cause
of
I need this.
roughly 150 feet.
Okay.
Every time you venture into the dune, whether you go
I need
straight,
you. You
left,
can bring it
right,
closer. There you go.
you guys may or may not encounter skeletons.
Good.
There's one right here.
Now, as you go along, a participating player who you will elect amongst yourselves will be making wisdom perception checks to see if they can detect what the path was that the pirates used to get through the dunes.
What is everybody's wisdom?
And the rod grants me advantages on those, right? The wisdom
Just-
perception.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nobody answered the question.
Yeah.
If you wander down the path that the pirates took, there will be the least amount of combat possible. If you wander from the path that the pirates cut through, you will fight many more undead than you expect.
Okay.
And this is judged off of passive wisdom.
No, not passive.
Okay.
Just wisdom.
No, wisdom perception check.
Okay. What is your wisdom?
I would personally make this an investigation check, but the book calls it a perception check.
11.
Okay. What's yours?
I haven't rolled yet.
No, I'm asking you, what is your wisdom?
12.
20.
Okay, so he's gonna frickin' roll.
Gerhardt pulls out the rod of alertness, kind of deftly twists it in hand. You might want this, Kameraden.
Do I have to attune to this then?
Did I? I'll get you money later. Sorry, it automatically attaches cards sometimes. My apologies.
No, I want a sandwich.
Now I
I would have
want
gotten you one. I apologize.
Okay.
So I want to loan the rod of alertness to him. Does he have to attune to it?
I don't remember. So I'm just going to roll with it because I don't care.
Did you
So,
hear his
Gerhard kinda-
question?
Tosses.
What?
Did you hear his question?
No, what was his question?
Is it an advantage then for my perception rolls?
Yeah, if you hold his rod, yes.
So toss you the rod. It ain't gay if it's homies.
All right.
Oh, right. So you have a choice. At the very southern tip of the island, you can go straight or you can go to the right. The choice is all entirely yours, but I will give you additional information if you pass a wisdom perception roll.
25 and 19.
Oh, well, that will do it. All right, so a little bit more common sense in this one, but if you go to the right, that'll just lead you eventually to a beach over this mountain, so straight will probably be your best bet.
Okay. Everyone walk in a single file.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you can, in my steps.
I follow behind Tosh.
Gerhardt motions for Shamgar to go. Gerhardt's going to take up the rear because he has the rifle.
I try to be cognizant of the fact that I'm 7'2", and not take my normal stride that I would. So they can
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I'm short, and I can only change to something my size.
Super
So.
good dexterity. I don't
Actually,
care.
hold on. How tall am I in this? Oh, look, I'm actually 6 feet. I'm only a foot shorter than you, actually. So I'm okay. I forgot what my height was in there on this character.
All right, you guys safely venture forward another 150 feet, and you are not accosted by any undead of the kind. In fact, it's a little bit weird because as you look through the dunes, you don't see any undead anywhere.
no bones, nothing.
No bones, no corpses, not of clerics, not of pirates. You didn't even see wreckage of ships coming up.
No pieces of cloth, anything.
No hanging
Nope.
cage with dead
And
monkeys
like
anywhere.
you already pointed out, there is no tracks anywhere. But this seems like, so far as you've gone in, this was the reasonable path that the pirates took.
Okay,
so,
so-
are there like... Is it relatively flat, or are there like raised dunes around us that we're kind of looking like we're going to walk through? What's the,
As reference, have
what's
you?
the topography like?
I was gonna say.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, poo-poo.
Yeah. So we're like
Okay.
in the mummy, and I'm waiting for the little mummy monkeys
So
to come out.
are we down at the bottom of the draw?
Yeah, you're
Or
in
Anubis's
a
army.
draw. That's
Okay.
a good way of putting it. You're in a draw right now. When you had the opportunity to turn to the right earlier, that was to go up a dune.
Got you. Okay.
If at all possible, we should avoid silhouetting ourselves. We should stay in the draw if possible.
Okay. So from this part we've made it through so far, what are my options now?
All right, you now have the option to go left, forward, or right.
Oh, great.
Now, you have three options, left, forward, right. Go ahead and make your roll for additional information.
18 and 14.
Okay, that'll do it. All right. Ahead of you looks exactly like that, where it's just raised dune. To your left and right, it looks flat, like where you are standing right now. Flat desert. To the left, it seems reasonably clean. The sand is pushed over itself. It doesn't look like any trail ever existed there. But to the right, you notice that there was almost looked like sand has been pushed out to the sides. Although the sand seems to have been filling in this gouge that once was there, there still was at one point a gouge there, almost like erosion, but more like man-made.
Or something was drugged through there, maybe, or...
So to your left, it seems pristine. To the forward of you, high dune. To the right of you, there's like this trench almost.
To the left.
To the left. Alrighty. From the sand
Here we go.
rises up a whole bunch of undead. You guys are met with 10 skeletons. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Here.
Okay.
Alright.
Dope.
Busting out the monkey dice.
Alrighty, skeletons. Let's get her done. Get her done, get her done, get her done, 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 get her done, get her done, get her done, 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 done. Okay, so we moved there. I'm gonna use this, and we're gonna.
Sorry, guys.
It's not like Gerhardt wasn't looking forward to this.
Wasn't looking forward to fighting the undead.
Oh no, the paladin wants to fight the undead. Who'da thunk?
What is your? Holy cow!
Can you turn these things at your level?
Yeah, I can turn them to dust.
I ain't even mad.
Okay.
Sorry, no I can't. I just thought that was a really awesome line to say.
Gerhardt.
23. 20 plus 3.
Bellatrix. Tosh.
16.
And Shamgar.
12.
Alrighty. Gerhardt. You're the first guy to go. Oh, broke that. Gerhardt, you're up. Bellatrix, you're on deck. Bad guys are in the hole.
Well, Gerhardt's immediately just going to snap his rifle up and take a shot at the first one that, is in front of him.
Alright. Now these guys, as they're rising up, the sand is falling from them, but it, like the closest parts of their skeletal structure, they have like hard crusted sand on their body, and they seem to be very slowly trudging towards you guys. And as you see, they are all 10 skeletons, all of them skeletons, no other kind of undead.
Dope. So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
It's the only thing I can think of is that we're in the movie and
And that's going to be a 12.
12.
9 plus 3.
Alright. You crack through one of them. It shatters through the rib cage, takes out the acromioclavicular joint, the shoulder, and the arm falls off, and it looks like it's pretty much wasted, but it's still trudging along.
Gerhard racks the bolt, shoulders, take another shot.
Alright, roll.
That's going to be 18 plus 5 is 23.
Okay.
And then damage, that's going to be 7.
Alright, that does it. How do you want to do it?
Just straight through like the nose right here, like where the empty nose would be. The little empty ball, part of the skull just blows out the back of the skull. It just collapses in a heap.
Alrighty. That's one down. 9 to go. And we're, unless you have anything else you want to do, Gerhardt.
He's going to kind of take a step back, so that way he just furthers himself from them a little bit. It's like 10 feet back, kind of just shuffles back a few steps, that way he's got more range.
Bellatrix, you're up.
How far are they?
They're 15 feet.
I'm going to shoot this.
Alright. You're going to shoot Eldritch Blast. Remember, you shoot 2 of them now every time you attack.
24. 18.
Alright, both those hit. Roll your damage. Remember to add 5 to your damage.
15 and
No. That's 17 plus 5 is 22. Plus 5 more is 27 total.
27.
27. Alright, that wastes that skeleton. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Bellatrix.
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay. If that's the case, then we go on to the skeletons, who are going to walk up on y'all with short swords. We're going to go with number 3 is going to attack Bellatrix.
My thing's not on.
Hit. +5. Alright, that's a 21 to hit.
It hits. Stupid skeleton.
1d6. Plus 3. Alright, you take 4 damage.
You said 4?
Yeah, 4 damage. Alright, another skeleton is going to do the same to you, Bellatrix.
What the heck, man?
You're boned.
What did I get for obliterating one of them? This is a freaking mummy movie, I swear.
Alright. 14. Does that hit? What's your AC?
12.
Alright, that does hit. Here we go again. 6 damage this time.
You have a ring of protection and boots of striding and
I
springing.
do.
That makes your armor class at least 15.
Okay, so no, that one does not hit.
Alright, 14 did not hit. Never mind. Don't take 6 damage. Alright. 1, 2,
I really need to update this page.
3, 4. Alright. Gearheart. One of them's going to try and attack you. With a short sword. I'm re-rolling that. I have no idea what that was. Does a 10 hit?
9.
Alright. Bounces off your armor. Another one's going to go
my
after you,
hand?
Gearheart. Alright. That's a nat 1. He misses you. Hits the other skeleton. Destroys
Warm
it.
them up. Your hands are warm.
Okay.
Garland just goes, "Here."
Jason and the Argonauts.
Alrighty. Shamgar. 2 of them are going to try and attack you. Alright.
Oh,
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. Second one's going to try and attack you. Does a 18 hit you?
Yes.
Alrighty. Damage.
Okay.
Alright, 5 damage
Okay. Watch your movie.
from a
With
short
my
sword.
Pennant of Soaking, I ignore 3 of that.
Oh, neat. Gotta like it.
2 damage.
Curl up in mommy's warm blanket.
And then, Tosh, the last 2 are going to come after you. We're looking at
Is it too hot?
nat 20.
Different one. What?
Alrighty.
They saw the 7-foot tall monster, like, we need to bring our A game. Let's do it.
Alrighty. 4, 6, 10 damage.
Okay.
Then the second one. 19.
Yes.
Alright. And then we're looking at 4 damage. Alright. That's the skeletons. We're going to Tosh now.
Bonus action shift and tear them
I
apart.
didn't get a turn.
You're last.
You're last.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
The bad guys went before me.
I thought the bad guys went second to last because that's normally how that works. Just the
You're
way
going to
that
shift
the dice
into
goes.
a bear?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
They touched his picnic basket.
I touched his picnic back. Hey, boo boo. I got this really big gun. Time to go find that park ranger.
17, 19 to hit.
Alright, both those hit. Are these separate targets? Same target.
Separate.
Okay.
Saw a nature documentary one time. It was them using, give.
First target, 15.
Alright, that kills it.
Second target, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 also.
Both kills. How do you want to do it?
Just knock the crown off of the top of their skull.
Alrighty. Shamgar, you're up, unless there's anything else you want to do,
What
Tosh.
kind of bear are you morphing into?
A grizzly.
Whatever he wants.
Because, like, my headcan's always been, like, a really big, pissed-off black bear, but grizzly does fit.
Yeah, brown bear. Yeah.
Did you hear the rumor that Helson's actually a bear and not a druid? You should look that up. It's crazy. It makes sense, though. He's not actually a wood elf. He's a bear that poses as a human.
That would be very funny.
Alrighty. What do you got going on, Shamgar?
I'm gonna punch him.
You're just going to punch one? Alright.
Yeah, no, just unarmed strike.
Let her rip.
No key point.
These be
Using-
skeletons.
Both attacks.
Do it.
I rolled 1, 3, and 1, 10.
All right. What's your plus?
That's a good question. I knew that.
Are you
So-
using your brass knuckles?
That's only for damage, though.
Right, but I mean, more
Yeah.
blunt damage.
Yeah, I've got him. And that is an 11 and an 18.
11 and
Yeah,
18.
because my plus to hit is 8.
The 11 unfortunately does not hit, but the 18 does. Do your damage.
1d8. Now
He misses with momentum. He carries through a
Plus
spinning back fist with the brass knuckles.
1d4. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right.
No, I'm sorry. 1d8 plus 1d4 plus 5. 8. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. That's just enough. There you go. Another one bites the dust.
Sure, you can.
We are
Just hit it so
4
hard the head
skeletons
just starts
remaining.
spinning around.
And we're back to
Yeah.
the top of the turn order. Gearhart, you're up. Shamgar, was there anything you wanted to do for the rest of your turn? Excuse me.
Not at the moment.
All right, Gearhart, you're up.
Runs the bolt. Takes aim at another.
Alrighty, let her rip.
All right, that's going to be a 19 plus 5 is 24.
A natural 1. Oh, your muzzle explodes. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Joke's on you, mounts bayonet. I do not need the bullet to fight.
Fix bayonets. Alrighty, 19 will hit, yes.
Cool, that's going to be a 9 plus 3 is 12.
Alright. You shatter the femur of one of the skeletons, it hits the ground, and it's crawling after you.
As a bonus action, I'm going to just bayonet it.
Okay.
So let me just roll a 1d.
Roll your bayonet. I don't care for accuracy at this point. You would have advantage against a prone target at melee range anyways.
Cool. Bayonet's 1d4, so I'm just making sure I roll the right die.
You can't miss at this
Dang.
point.
No, I was rolling the right damage die.
Alright, yeah, roll it, but like trust me, dude.
Cool, that's going to be a 3.
Alright, yeah, it had 1 HP left. So how do you want to do it?
So I'm just, it's like crawling towards me. I'm just going to put it right to the back of the skull.
All right.
Stab, twist, rip.
Cool.
And then,
it's on the end of your bayonet.
It's just sitting there talking crap that Jack. Like
whip
the-
it around to the next one
like-
because I have one more one more attack left. So,
let her rip.
You're gonna shoot out its mouth at its friend.
yes.
That'd be
Yes.
That is exactly what I'm going to flavor text, that is exactly what Gerhardt's about to do.
I love this.
Alright, that is going to be a 17 total.
Alright, that hits.
Cool. It's a 4. And that is going to be a 13.
Alright, that will kill another one.
So just bah, bah.
There's 2 remaining. We go to... Is there anything you want to do for the rest of your turn? Like movement or...
Yeah, Gerhard is just going to displace a little bit because, shoot, displace, shoot, displace.
Alright. Bellatrix, you're up.
How many are left?
2. You're going to do Eldritch Blast on one of them?
No, I'm gonna do
Alright. Remember, whatever you roll for attack, +5. The damage is also +5 for different reasons.
Bellatrix, your mic's not on.
Bellatrix, your mic's not on. 23 and 25 to hit.
Alright,
You
well,
okay?
both those will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage on your d10s.
13 and 8.
Alright, the 13 drops one immediately. How do you want to do it?
A bolt comes out and it just kind of electrocutes itself and then it all just falls apart into itty bitty pieces.
Force damage.
Fine.
Damage.
A bead of light goes into its chest cavity.
Yeah, it just explodes.
There you go.
It just explodes and little pieces
Alright.
of skeleton are
The
everywhere.
8 damage one, you blow, you hit it right in the spine, it cracks in half, the upper half keeps crawling after you, the legs stay where they are. And we now go to unless there's something else you want to do, Bellatrix, for the rest of your turn. Movement, any sort of specified bonus action that you have that you want to blow on a skeleton. I don't think using your
As a bonus, I can curse one of them for 1 minute.
your Hexblade's curse is totally not worth using on a skeleton, I'll tell you that much.
Save it. Save it.
Alrighty, then we'll go to the skeletons. There's one half a skeleton remaining. And he's going to be crawling at Bellatrix.
Yep.
And it's going to roll with disadvantage as it's prone against a standing target. That was a nat 20, thank God.
That would have been ridiculous.
And that's a 12, which is still pretty good. With a +5, that's a 17 to hit.
It hits.
Alrighty.
You got bit on the toe.
We're going to use a D4 because it's not armed. So it's just going to swipe at you for 3 damage.
Yeah, it literally just goes.
It literally bites my toe and I kick it like a rat.
Alrighty. We go to Tosh.
You just walk over and stomp its skull.
That's a
Alright.
good boy. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I hope he turns around and growls at you.
I'm sorry. It was too good to not.
he mounts on top of him, tries to break him in. Whoa, boy! Whoa, whoa.
The last thing you ever do.
Alrighty, so we fought off 10 skeletons. Do we want to venture any farther into the left?
No.
Alright.
Obviously, we're going to the right now.
To the right. Alright, we're going to follow along in the trench.
Gerhard's grumbling
And this is
disappointedly
where the
about not
monkeys come
getting
in.
to kill more skeletons.
You guys walk into the trench, and nothing happens.
Shift back.
Out of turn, Gerhard's going to reload his rifle. He was down to 1 shot, so he's going to
Alrighty.
reload.
As we get ready to look, make another decision, just prepare yourself from here on out. It's basically going to be like left, front, or right.
Okay. All right. 22 and 14.
Alright, that'll do it. To your left, high-rise dunes. To your right, high-rise dunes. To the front of you, trench continues.
Trench continues. We go trench.
Alright, you step farther, another 150 feet down the trench line, and you are safe. There doesn't seem to be anything going on around you.
And ahead of us?
And ahead of you, again, left, front, right.
Uh, 25 and 18.
Alright, the trench swerves to the left as it seems to cut between 2 large dunes. Ahead of you seems to be more pristine, flat desert land, and then to the right of you is a high-rise dune.
Trench.
Alright, following the trench to the left. Alrighty. You guys are now officially 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you have now made it 450 feet inland. Congratulations. So you are now stuck between 2 high-rise dunes as you're cutting through like a valley of the dunes, following the trench along. You have a choice to make: left, right, forward. Don't even roll for perception because the trench continues in front of you.
Trench.
Alrighty. You continue forward yet again. At this point, the trench has ended. And now it spits out into a plain. It looks like relatively flat desert plain in front of you. What's going on?
Gerhard's going to kind of sidle up and lay a hand on Bellatrix's shoulder and use lay on hand to heal her for 8 points of damage.
For what? How many points of damage?
8.
Okay. Make sure you
I was
subtract that from your
doing it.
well.
So,
There is flatland to your left, Tosh, flatland to your right, and there is a high-rise dune opposite the flatland desert in front of you. You do not see any more trenches.
21 and 12.
21 and 12. To your left, as you're shuffling around trying to figure out what direction to go, you look down as a glint catches your eye, and you pick up what appears to be a musket on the left side of you.
Oh. Hand it to Gerhard.
You want a musket?
That is an old weapon.
It is old.
Is it in any good condition? Is
No.
it rusted?
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be too terribly rusted, but there are pieces missing from it. So parts of the action are missing. It's dented along the barrel.
This could be a good project. Gerhardt straps it to the side of his pack and keeps going.
Go that way.
All right, to the left. Alrighty. Again with the decision: left, forward, right. To your left, high-rise dune. Forward. It seems like the flatlands extend a little bit farther, but then they're eventually capped off with more dunes. And then to the right, it squeezes through 2 high-rise dunes.
13 and 12. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
Yeesh.
Hey, it's bound to happen.
Yes, bound to happen.
It's not clear.
No, talking about me.
It's not clear from here what path the pirates may have taken. But what we do know is that where you're facing right now is to the west. You came from your left. It makes sense that they wanted to go north.
Okay, do that.
You want to go north?
Yep.
Alrighty. We're going to turn right, and we are unscathed. $150, 450, 600, 750. You are now 900 feet inland. Alrighty, you guys come into a wide open area. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of dunes past this. You've kind of made it through like a myriad of dunes, but now there's fewer and fewer dunes cropping out more inland.
So it's
But-
leveling out.
It's starting to level a little bit more, but now that you've passed through this last kind of valley of dunes, you're now seeing for the first time like actual walking undead skeletons just meandering around the wastelands. they haven't noticed you yet, and they're pretty far off, but you see there are a lot of skeletons
Gerhardt.
all throughout the plains.
Is there
Wraps my arm through the sling for retention.
Stealth.
Start Scoping in.
Gerhardt, no. No.
if we were to kind of hunker down, bend over and use more of a stealth method, is there a way we could skirt around them?
You notice that they seem to be in pods in different areas. They're not evenly dispersed. So if you were to look to your right, there's about a group of 2 to your far right. In front of you, there's 9. To kind of your back left, there's 7. To your front left, there's 8, but none to your absolute left cardinal direction.
That way.
Alrighty. And as you continue the direction you're going, you notice that there's still not a whole lot further forward of you. And there's still that group of 7 to your left and a group of 8 to your right.
Keep going in the same direction.
All right. You guys halt as after you continue about another 150 feet, there is a huge group directly in front of you, about 18 skeletons. That's going to bring you to a stop. You have a new group of 6 to your left, and there's nothing to your right.
To the right.
To the right. All right. At this point, now that we're wandering through, we asked for stealth. I'm going to request stealth checks from everyone.
Cloak of invisibility.
With advantage.
We're
Were you
making
asking for a
stealth
stealth
checks.
check?
Stealth check, yes, please.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be...
Go ahead.
That's an 18 plus 3 is 21.
Good enough.
The sand is starting to coat Gerhardt's coat and armor.
Okay.
And he's starting to become one with the sand, just tan.
16.
16.
23. Make a
Bellatrix, I need you to make a
roll.
stealth roll for me, please.
Even with advantage, I roll low.
La 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 la. La 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 la. 12? That still does it. Alrighty. So you guys meander through these skeletons, strategically avoiding large pods of them. As you break through another set of dunes, you come through and you see to your right now is a group of 6, forward is 6, to the left there's nothing.
Left.
Alrighty.
To the left, to the left.
Continuing to the left, at that point heading west, you come across another area where you're dead-ended by a group of, this time, 13 skeletons. You have a group of 7 on a high-rise to your left, and to your right there seems to be nothing.
To the right.
To the right. Alright. As you go to the right, you are met by a bizarre oddity of a sight. Something that you wouldn't expect skeletons to be doing. If I could get to the page. Oh, I had a bookmark. I'm an idiot.
Do I hear bone slapping on bone?
You do. You see, give me a history or arcana, your choice.
Just him or everyone?
Just him.
17.
Alrighty. Seen lumbering across the beach of the Isle of Abbey, a skeletal juggernaut is an oversized bipedal assembly of bones
Oh, God.
that loses a portion of its mass with each step. These skeletal guardians hold together for only a short time before disassembling into a gang of individual undead. When defeated, it turns into a swarm of skeletons. So this is before you guys. It has not noticed you. If you continue forward, you will run into this thing.
Is there any path that doesn't have anything like that in it?
You have, so the path to your left, you count maybe 12 skeletons, and the path to your right, 6. You are now facing north. Ultimately, that's where you want to be.
And that's where the juggernaut is?
Yeah, is ahead of you. He's on the flatlands. To your left is a dune that high rises just like this, and to your right, same terrain feature, high rise dune.
Gerard looks over at Tosh and says, only way out is through.
Staff of Thunder and Lightning at the juggernaut.
Alrighty, go ahead and tell me what you want to do roll wise. If there's any saves I have to make.
If skeletons get to save for half
Can I attack
against
at the same time
lightning
he
and
does?
force.
If you'd like to.
Alright. Gerhardt pulls a special bullet out of his thing for a divine shelling. He's gonna lance one through the undead.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to put a thunderclap on it as well.
If I had anything to give you, I would.
Are you just doing thunderclap or a lightning strike, thunder and lightning?
Thunder and lightning.
Thunder and lightning, okay.
Excuse me.
Alright, let's, which one are you rolling for first, lightning strike or thunderclap?
Lightning strike.
Okay. Wow, that's a really long range.
And that's a level 2.
I
Fine.
must make a DC 17. Not me, but the skeleton. What are your stats? And are you even good at them?
Are we about
Plus
to get
2.
another skeleton fight? Is that what's going on here?
Alrighty. 13
Tony,
plus 5.
Look at this.
It does not make it.
Ah!
8, and I can't do the other one.
Another 8.
Alright, it did not make it save on lightning strike.
It's so toast.
44.
44. 44. What is your life?
Thunderclap is 7 more.
Thunderclap. Alright. I need everybody but Tosh to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Even though it's way out there?
Each creature within 60 feet. What is the range? Hold on.
Range is 120 feet.
For the thunderclap?
Yes, for the lightning and the thunderclap.
All right, never mind.
Yay!
I would pass anyways, but happy days.
I would not have.
Yeah, I would not do it if they were in danger.
Yep, I would not have. DC 17. I rolled a 9.
Alrighty, I need to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. That's a 10.
Yeah, you
What's
would have
your
gotten
save?
electrocuted.
Plus 2. That does not make it. What was the damage?
44 for the lightning,
And then plus 11, you said, for the.
for the thunder.
Alrighty. It is still up,
So,
but you blew a lot of chunks of skeleton off of it. And
literally right as it hits, Gerhardt cracks one off. That is a 19 plus 3 to hit. Actually, 19 plus 5 to hit. That's 24 to hit.
that hits.
With now, stick with me on damage here. That's 12 base. I rolled the max D12 for my rifle, and then for the smite, a level 2 smite, I rolled both 8s out of my D8.
16
Plus
12
3.
is 28.
Total damage is 31, with 16 of it being radiant, and because it's undead, radiant is doubled. So that's going to be 16.
32.
Yeah, 32 radiant damage on top of the
So-
15 rifle damage.
Not all undead is vulnerable to radiant damage. You roll an additional D8 on your smites if you go against undead.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Let me roll a D8. My apologies. Cool, it's going to be an extra 5.
Alright, so what's the total?
It's going to be 23... Wait,
Plus 5. No.
let me math. It's 21 radiant plus 15 rifle, so that's a total of...
37.
Yes.
Alrighty. 37. Wow, we got up in numbers pretty quick. Alrighty. So all that happens in quick succession on this thing. Just, and large chunks of it are falling off all over the place. It looks like it's just leaving itself all over the desert floor as it's wandering around trying to find who did that to it.
Huh? What are you doing?
Duck down.
It's screaming. It's almost like it's throwing itself at different directions trying to find what did that. The loud thunderclap is audible out to 600 feet, so all the skeletons, even the ones within the 150, 300, and the 450, and eventually the 650 pods all around you are now alerted, and they're looking around like, what?
Stealth mode, everybody.
Alright.
I have been wearing my cloak of invisibility.
I can't see you, so I don't know.
150, 300, 450.
I am the stealthiest one here.
Wow. There's a lot of skeletons converging on this guy, though.
So
And-
now that they're all converging on it,
Mm-hmm.
is there a path I can see around?
There's not quite. It's going to take a while for everyone to get in there. There's people from 600 feet around converging on this guy, so there's people even from behind you coming up towards them. Let's go ahead and re-roll stealth checks. And we don't have to use passive this time because we are actively looking.
I'm gonna take it back. I did want to re-roll stealth check.
Hey, don't lose these, okay?
Perception.
What
Minus
part of
1.
don't drop those?
That
Did you
is
not
gross.
understand? But, okay. Mm-mm.
Oh,
you
that's the
find them?
same check as last time.
Okay, yeah,
Gerard,
go back in there.
16 plus 3 is 19.
that
No,
does it.
that one does not. That one goes back in here.
Bellatrix,
See!
stealth roll.
Okay, I need you to move, please. Stop touching my die.
Hello.
17.
That'll do it. Tosh.
18 plus 7 is 25.
That'll do it. Shamgar.
13 plus 8.
The bear is
21.
one with the
That'll
sand.
+8. Wow.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Well done.
So all these skeletons are completely oblivious to the fact that you guys exist here in the desert. As they all begin to group up in the area 150 feet in front of you, you go ahead and give me a perception roll, Tosh.
Still with the bonus from the Rod of Alertness?
Yes.
19.
Alrighty. If you know for a fact that you're heading north right now, from what you can gather, you've mostly headed in farther to the west of the island. So if you were to go any more west, you might end up coming across the cliffs, and that's obviously a very bad idea.
Right.
So we either need to keep moving forward, which doesn't sound like a good idea, or we need to move to the right.
Looks like we're heading east.
Alrighty. At this point, you will need to start climbing a sheer dune. So be careful of skylining yourself, because it sticks you out like a silhouette.
Gerhardt is going to kind of stay low and kind of start, not quite like full on prone crawling, but start, low crawling, trying to stay low.
Alrighty.
I'm just kind of walking.
As you guys leave behind you the group of skeletons down below, you notice that most of the pods that were scattered around are now behind you, and you have mostly unperturbed travel ahead of you, so long as you continue to move unseen. As you head east, and hopefully eventually north.
Yeah.
Do so.
All
I'm
right.
just checking to see if you have
Excellent.
any
As
new
you
limbs.
guys exit down over that dune that you just crawled onto, you turn to the left and start heading more north, and you begin to see the green plain stretch out from in front of you. You are 300 feet from the grasslands.
Don't drop it,
And as you get there, you hear from behind you a
because you'll
loud
lose it.
"Caw!" And from what you can tell, climbing up over the dunes is this behemoth of a skeletal juggernaut, as 600 feet worth of skeletons have now conglomerated together into this towering, huge skeletal juggernaut. It has not noticed you. It doesn't know what you guys are doing, but it exists now.
I'm a mouse.
Alrighty. He is a mouse. Anybody else?
Invisible.
He's invisible. Fair enough.
Gerhardt's still just kind of low crawling
Low
away.
crawl, man. Low crawl.
Gerhardt's praying.
Low crawl.
Dein
Alrighty.
Vater that is in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
I'm a mouse. I'm invisible, Gerhardt. I'm devout.
I'm praying.
I'm gonna turn in. Yeah.
You're gonna what?
Nothing. I'm not gonna do anything.
You're not gonna do anything?
I mean, I could turn into a really long snake and just slither
do you
along.
wanna-
Yes, yes, that would be good.
Okay, then
She's
I do
a-
that because
You're
I can do
you're
that.
Gonna do what?
Hold on.
I'm gonna turn into a snake and slither along.
You're a changeling. You
Yes,
can't,
I can.
You can turn
I-
into a snake.
I can change into anything as long as it's the same size that I am. So it's just a really long fucking snake.
Is that...
Word choice.
Sorry.
Yeah, changeling is just something she
Okay.
never really does.
It's
but she's
yeah.
a changeling.
I never do it, but yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
She just turn into a snake. It's gonna be like a really big humanoid.
I'm just gonna curl around his
More
shoulders
anaconda.
and just make him.
He's a mouse.
Oh, he's a mouse?
I'm a mouse.
Okay, well, hopefully my instincts will kick in and I eat you.
Crushes Todd.
I'll ride this snake.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
All right.
Isn't your character 6 feet tall in this?
Yes, so it's a very large
she's
snake.
a 6 foot long anaconda.
Okay.
It's a very large snake.
You guys eventually breach through, and you feel grass beneath your feet.
We're in an
You still
oasis.
hear that tyrant of a colossal skeleton screaming behind you guys, but he's just like
Yeah, kind of like
rampaging
God,
through
that.
the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When we are well away from that monstrosity,
Okay.
shift back.
Stands up kind of. We should go back and finish it once we finish the abbey.
So I've got an idea for that. Hear me out. I shift into something that will really make it angry and lure it back to the shoreline,
Yeah,
and we hit it with the cannons and the Gatling gun.
that will do the job.
Just saying.
Is it empty?
Alrighty.
Can the rod, please?
Yeah, hey, that made the difference. Thank you.
Gerhard hooks it onto his
empty?
belt. No, I now have the rod of alertness back.
Okay. Do you use it, or do you just put it
No,
away?
I was just signifying that Gerhard was in
Alright.
possession of it again, so he hooks it onto his belt and keeps moving.
So this, although green, fairly barren of any sort of obstacle against your eyes. You can see in just about every direction forever at this point. You can hardly see the ocean directly next to the island, but farther out towards the horizon you can see the ocean where it meets the cliff. And in front of you there is tall grass, a couple gnarled, spiny trees, and bushes.
How tall is the tall grass?
We're looking at about 3 feet tall.
Watched Lost World recently,
we're
so I
in-
hear
we're
long
in the
grass and I
savannah.
have like PTSD.
And now that you're here, you see not just amber waves of grain just kind of like swaying. You see what looks like a battlefield. There are bodies everywhere through this grass. You see what appear to be men in both armor and in black robes, and you see what look to be pirates. You see all manner of weaponry from maces, axes, swords, crossbows, blunderbusses, pistols, muskets. You see areas where smoke is used to rise, but there's a black spot charred at the base. And way far off in the distance, you see something that looks black and smoldering. And we're talking like way off in the distance from where you've just kicked out of. We're looking at about 4,500 feet in front of you. So even if you could see that far,
Gerhard pulls out a spyglass because he can see the smoke, kind of. That's about all he can see. So he,
even at that distance, the best you're seeing is there's a black smoldering mound
well,
far off.
to the fire.
And about this time,
I go to one knee.
we're like 5 p.m. at this time.
I go to one knee
Okay.
and say a prayer for the dying.
Alrighty. There is so much death around you.
Unhooks the musket, lays it to rest next to a soldier, takes off the helmet, puts it back on, continues.
Alrighty. So you guys are gonna start marching through this old battlefield.
Only way out is through.
Alrighty. And again, it's 5 p.m. at this time, so the sun's still up, but it's looking low. It's getting lower, I should say.
We should find somewhere to camp, although I do not, fancy the prospect of staying a night on this island. A manticore is, what is the word in your language? Noctin,
They are
Nocturnal.
monsters.
nocturnal?
They are malevolent. And generally they do not trek at night.
Good.
But I have something for that. Throw out my Dern's Instant Fortress.
Whoosh!
Oh my god!
It not only does it push all of the carnage, the corpses, and whatnot from around the area away from its original starting point,
Desecrates all those bodies you just prayed over.
but it also is like moving earth with it to make a solid, flat foundation for its tower. So there's a little bit of built up of earth and mud and dirt all around the edges, the lower parts of the walls and the outer edges, because it seems to have moved not only the bodies but the earth itself.
How big is it?
It is. I don't have that information readily available to you right now.
Just blank space.
Ah,
Yes.
she's got a pop out. I like it.
If only we had these on the front lines. Instead of having to stay in the verdammt muddy trenches.
Trust me, we'll be safe within these walls for the night.
Kind of looks back in the direction of the skeletal colossus is what I'm going to start calling it. Yeah.
And we can go up to the top of the tower and we can see the surround.
Yeah.
I think Kenny's looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fortress is a square tower 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on all sides and a battlement atop it. Its interior is divided into 2 floors, with a ladder running along one wall to connect them. The ladder ends at a trap door leading to the roof. When activated, the tower has a small door on the side facing you. The door opens only at your command, which you can speak as a bonus action. It is immune to the knock spell and similar magic, such as that of the chime of opening.
Sufficient?
Yeah.
So you guys create a large silhouette here within the flat plane. And as the sun
How long
starts,
does it last?
until it's destroyed.
How durable is it?
It's made of adamantium.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for small hairy Canadians.
Well, what?
Wolverine.
Oh,
You said adamantium, so it's...
adamantine. Wow.
Okay, adamantine. Much...
Segue.
Makes sense.
That's goofy. Oh well. So as you guys get a little bit higher up, and you can see more of the vast plains and even the oceans
Okay,
far
so
off
Paisley's
into your
gonna do
left
my
and
rolls
right.
from now on.
You can see that as you look out over the grass,
What?
that smoldering mound way off in the distance is probably where the abbey once stood.
I
And
think
you do see the manticores off in the distance. They seem to be swooping down, picking up corpses, and then flying away from you towards the northern end of the island. Some of them, a little bit too impatient, start eating the corpses en route.
How many manticores can we see?
3?
I was just curious if there was more that we
There is
saw.
a family
I
of
knew
3.
of 3.
Inhabiting the island right now.
We get some rest, replenish ourselves, and head to the abbey tomorrow.
Yeah. I will take first watch.
You will take first watch.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
12.
Nothing happens. Who's second watch?
I will.
Tosh, roll a d20.
6? Tony? Yeah. 6?
That is a 6.
Where is Arclight right now?
On the ship.
All right. Arclight is trying to talk to you right now.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. At the beach, your men in your ship are being confronted by a pirate ship.
A pirate ship.
Yes. It's a smaller one. It seems to be considerably smaller than the one that you have. But there's a group of 5 men operating a smaller boat, and they seem to be confronting your guys.
Are our people lighting them up with
Yes.
cannon fire?
They're doing what they can. The guy at the Gatling gun is having a heyday. So far, it seems like a one-sided beatdown.
Okay, even though it seems like that, I'm going to turn into a sparrowhawk and head that way. Tell you
All
guys what's going on. Wait here. I'm going.
Gerhardt kind of sits back up because he was the most recent one, so he just kind of nods and resumes his post. Lets the other 2 still sleep.
Tosh, by the time you get there, the ship that they were in seems to have sunken what it can beneath the waves, about 5 feet deep. It's resting on the sandy shore. There are bodies floating around it. None of the men seem to have taken any damage. Neither did your ship, as they were being attacked by men armed with crossbows.
All right.
An ambitious lot for sure.
Land on our ship, make sure everyone's okay, tell them well done,
All right.
and head back to the fortress.
All right. You're taking the watch in his stead?
Yeah, I kind of got back up and.
Alrighty. Who's got the next watch after Tosh?
I got it.
Shamgar, roll a d20 for me.
18.
Oh, shit.
Yes, don't lose it because we've got one back.
Happy favorite.
All right. On the door of your tower.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Above them, you just rifle barrel.
They stay in the box.
You look down to see what's on the
Because
Yeah.
I don't want you to
You
drop
just
them and
woke
lose
up?
them, honey.
No, I am looking down.
He
Because
was on
they're
duty.
tiny
You're
and it'll be
sorry.
hard
Yeah,
to
no,
find
no,
them.
My bad.
Totally, because I'm wearing my
Okay.
cloak of invisibility.
Okay, cloak of invisibility. You look down over the side of the battlement. What you see is a guy. He's kind of holding a sign. It's got like a picket sign, kind of like you see at like a rally.
Here.
That says,
Thank you for joining us in another episode of
Oh my
and Dimwitts.
goodness.
I'm your Game Master Kenny,
Ah,
and I'm joined today by my good friend.
Hey guys, I'm Ian. I played Gerhardt, who hates the undead. And as usual, we are joined by.
Hey guys, I'm Taylor, and I played Bellatrix Daily Cruz, and my daughter just kicked my butt at rolling dice. And I'm joined with...
"Hey everyone, I'm Tosh the Druid, and this has been a ride." And I am joined with the big guy to my right.
hey everyone, I am Tony. I play the Shamgar, the drunken monk, who is super invisible at this point in time.
Super invisible.
I'm the guy who pushes all the buttons. I had a great time.
All right. Let me be clear. This guy doesn't actually have a sign in his hand, but you are legitimately, canonically, someone is knocking at the door of your fortress.
I almost said, who is it?
Nobody home.
We're not the droids you're looking for.
Alrighty. Tony, go ahead and hit him with the facts.
Hey everyone, hey, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, comment down below on everything.
I'll pick it up in a
wanted.
second.
Make sure you find us on all the social medias, the Twitch, the X, the YouTube, Rumble, you know, the internet. Join us next week, right?
Is everyone going to be here next week?
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Okay.
Ian?
Join us next week for another
Should be.
episode of Dungeons and Dimwitts when we find out who this be.
Who just be?
As always, it's
Your